Hello everyone and welcome to Heaven on High Machinist Solo Lone Hero Live Tutorial. Today we will cover all sets from 51 forward. So if you want to get a Lone Hero and you chose Machinist for that, I hope this guide will be helpful. So let's start with 51. And first of all, let's establish goal for that set. Goals are quite simple to get to the next set without pretty much, well, not without using any pom, but with saving all the pom. We will try to save all poms for 61 because they are quite important on that set, especially at the beginning. There are certain problems with 51 set. Specifically, this set likes to give you some debuffs like amnesia, no items, which may cause some issues. Thankfully, there are several ways to address them, and if we encounter those problems, we will cover them. So, let's begin. 51 plus. Also, yeah, this tutorial assumes that you already know all the basics of Deep Dungeon, such as what every pom do, how to navigate rooms, and by that I mean wall hugging, not to step on traps. So, yeah, let's start. First of all, we can check safely every gold chest here. For example, we got flight, really good. Because mimics in this set can spawn only from silver chests. Silver chests can contain magicite, so they're helpful as well, but be mindful about it. Now, let's start with checking a couple chests. Steel. Steel is really good. I will not be using them because I will be showing how to fight. I hope I will not die instantly. So this is what our first enemy. Kamakiri. Good thing about Kamakiri is that it's sound aggro, so we can just walk around, they will not aggro. Now, yeah, if we move, it obviously aggroes. So auto attack damage is not that bad. However, it puts this flesh wound, which is dot, and it's not great. Like if you have a couple of them on you, it would certainly be a lot of damage. There's another enemy is Kamanari. They're quite similar. Kamanari is also sound, and this one is a bit different. This one puts vulnerability on you. So with several stacks, it will start to hurt, but since on Machinist you do not really need to multiple stuff, it's really irrelevant. Naga is a patrol with a side aggro. So if you are in front, it will aggro. Well, yeah. So Naga is a patrol, and what it does two things. First one, calcified mist. It's a frontal cone. So if you're in front, don't look at it or just go behind. The second thing it does is baleful roar. This attack, which can be interrupted or can be LOS'd, so just hide behind. It deals significant amount of damage, so I strongly recommend to avoid it. And the final enemy that's one of that set is over there. Over there. Small floor, actually, let's check the silver. It's silver, it can explode. Make sure you're above 70%. Well, it didn't explode. We got strength. Sure, why not? Strength helps a lot. You can start with strength steel if you feel like it, because usually you get it back, but it's not necessary. So these guys, Tokage Kiba, also side aggro. What they do, they attack you, obviously, and hurt a bit. Berserk, physical damage up. After that, almost instantly, they do this AoE, so just run away from them. And that's about all enemies on the first floor. Now, let's get out of here. We don't really... Well, I left steel over there just to show how, that these enemies are really completely fine without steel. Regarding Empyrean Potion usage. Now, as you can see, we get significant amount of damage from these guys. So, what I honestly recommend is to just use them whenever. Whenever you they erupt, just use them. If you are programmed for lone hero, you don't want to think about such thing as saving your potions. So, like, I strongly recommend not to think about it. We got Sight. Sight is really nice, just simply because it helps you avoiding the traps. Other than that, well, it's not really helpful. Let's see what's this. Mimic. We got our first Mimic. Mimics, in general, for Machinist are fine because you can just use Interrupt. But if you don't have Steel, just kite them. Use Sustaining Potion. They hurt a bit, but not significantly. On 61 is where they start to hurt, really. As usual, Mimics do cast Witchfoot Pox, you need to interrupt it, and then Death Trap, do not stand in it. We got Safety, we don't need it. So, in general, before fighting, you want to check as many chests as possible. But also, like, do not waste too much time. You shouldn't be in time trouble on this set. Well, Affluence. Sure, we can use Affluence. Now, Conqueror is another enemy. Let me actually kill this one and demonstrate what it does on another. So, Conqueror, Sight Aggro, which means if we run behind, it's fine. What it does. First of all, very important thing. It has Enrage, 55 seconds. If you pulled it and it's still alive after 55 seconds, it teleports to you, explodes, and you're dead. It also does this Assault Cannon, and that's pretty much it. So, not scary, a bit of damage, yeah, but just make sure you do not step on, not this one, on Auto Trap. Because you really don't want to spend more than 55 seconds fighting that guy. We're not interested in Intuition, so we can safely really check chests here, especially since we have Sight. Now, this Conqueror is looking at the chest, so there's two options. We can kill him, or just wait until it moves. Usually it takes like 15-20 seconds, sometimes longer, for a mob to move. Nice. Concealment. Concealment is nice. We could go for that chest over there, but we don't really need anything right now. So let's just go. Especially since we have Strength running. When you have Strength or Steel running, you may want to keep going. It's not that important once again on 51+, but it will be important later. Now we get Steel, so it's much safer. It's exactly the same enemies here. New enemies appear starting, let me double check, 54 on the next one. Frailty is great, why not? Frailties, you may know, not only reduces damage mob deals, but also increases incoming damage, so we just destroy them. Nice and easy. Now, generally, and it will be important on later floors, you do not want to open Mimic chests when Frailty is running, right? So if you use Frailty, make sure to spend your time fighting mobs instead of opening chests, because if it's a mimic, you basically lose frailty, because as you can see, it doesn't have frailty, right? It's only for the mobs that currently appear. So yeah, do not open it like that. On the other hand, of course, you could have opened it and open a Magicite and save yourself some time. But thankfully, on this set, it's not really necessary. We will cover it more on 61 with chest opening, because from 61, gold chests will contain mimics. But for now, yeah, it's not much. Let's check more chests. Another frailty. And another steel. Sure, why not? You can use bombs preemptively, but really, on this set, it's just not necessary. Really. But also, one thing I want to mention, that we're getting, so far, we're getting really lucky with debuffs. Like, no auto kill is a fine debuff. It's not no item. It's not amnesia, which removes your abilities. And look how mobs die under frailty and strength. Amazing. Machinist is really good. Like, even though we have no auto heal, since we have steel and frailty, we don't even need to use Empyrean Potion here. We kill them that fast. Speaking of amnesia, so now our abilities are disabled, which means we cannot interrupt, we cannot use reassemble. We are very limited. We cannot use Ricochet, Gauss Round, Hypercharge, nothing, pretty much, except our main abilities. So in that case, we don't really want to get mimics. While we still may kill them in time on this set, if we get Fox, we could use Purity, but why? It's not worth it. Alright, here's the new enemy. Tetsukyojin, which is a patrol, side patrol. It does two things, and this is very important. This is very important. First one, line AoE. Instantly after that, Magitech Ray. Move out right away. If you stay in it, you're dead. I believe even with steel. Not sure. Without steel, you are certainly dead. So yeah, move out instantly. Thankfully, Machinists do not have casts, unlike Caster, so it's not that big of a problem. Just keep it in mind. Another one is Tesso. That's a new enemy here. So what it does, first of all, it puts dot on you, stab wound, and then it does hand. Small conal, nothing bad. Dot hurts a bit, but since we have steel, it's not a problem. If you don't have a steel, make sure to use Empyrean Potion fighting them. Okay, so I really prefer fighting patrols first, so they wouldn't pop out suddenly out of nowhere. So let's deal with this one. Oh, there's more. All right. So it actually works fine, even though we would like to check some chests. Right now we're not wasting any time. We're just fighting these guys who just come to us, and basically we did like what, 4 kills after this one. Without leaving the opening room, which is great. So, also speaking of kill count, the maximum kill count on this set is 10. 4 is the minimum, so we just killed 4 mobs the key color change to orange. When you kill 4, it will either change to orange or to white when it opens. Maximum of 10, but it's really rare. With flight, it's 2 and 5. All right, so I said we do not want to open silver chest because it may be a mimic. Let's see if it's a mimic. Oh no, it's a mimic. What are we doing? So unfortunately, as you can see, without strength, there's not enough time. And we can't interrupt it. Even with strength, I believe you don't have time. So just guided. Kill it. I promise I did not plan this. Like every silver chest for some reason is a mimic. I don't know why, but it helps a lot, hey. In general, you want to check mimic chests before key opens. So the kill goes towards key opening. Let's see. Oh, mimic gave us frailty. Don't mind if I do. So let's fight you. So we may as well get rid of Fox, because chances of getting at least 1 purity are quite high. And like I said on this set, if we're good on time, and generally you will be good on time, we do not really need to check silver chests for magicides. So let's just use purity. Down to 2, there is high chance of picking it up. All right, once again, we can fight it or we can skip it. Now, I want to mention this room. This room is very weird because of traps it has. Let me sight. We usually don't sight, but just to check. Okay, trap is here. So this room is problematic because trap can be here. So never go this way. Never go like this. So going like this is a mistake. But also, trap may be right around here. So you may ask, how to navigate this room? Well, it's actually... So this is safe, right? This is all safe. Here, I believe you can go like this and a bit here. Like, check this point. Is it left or right? I should have actually checked it again. So yeah, I think it's a little bit right to this line. So go here, this line, and then you can go over there. This is safe route. This room is really easy to remember because it has this stone over here and it has that bridge. 2 things. All right, so also landmines. Hey, we do not need to use landmines, but sometimes it may help. Do not do it. Do not, like, it's not worth it. If mob turns, it can be problematic, really. All right. So as you can see, range for aggro is a bit interesting, so be careful with that. Also, I recommend like looking into the room like that to see if there's a patrol coming, and only then pull it. Oh, we got Serenity. It would have been nice before Mimic, right? I actually want to check a chest. And we got Affluence. Why not? Like, there is no reason not to use Affluence pretty much ever. Affluence had a small chance of increasing treasure room chance. But even then, we have Conceals. It's not POTD or Eureka Orthus. Nothing. So we can just conceal if needed. It will be funny if I won't get my side back. But it's fine. For the sake of tutorial, why not? Alright, HP down. HP down. Thankfully we got frailty. But here's another enemy. This enemy actually appears on the previous floor. We just did not find it previous floor. So this enemy is actually amazing. First of all, remember that it is procs. Now this enemy does one thing and one thing only. This. Autocannons. Do not stand in it. If you have steel, you will survive. If you don't have steel, especially with HP penalty, you will die. It's one shot. Yeah, new deep dungeon is coming 7.35. They pretty much confirmed it again, which is great. So, at this point, no more mobs here. I would still recommend being careful with HP penalty. Here it's not that significant on this floor. It will be a bit later when we get to wonderful Rachimonais, everyone's favorite, favorite in quotes, of course, mob of this set. So yeah, just be careful. If you pick up something like steel, frailty will be nice. So see how I'm checking chests. There's no reason not to check this. Even if it's a mimic, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, the only problem would be if that guy would turn, but then it would be actually a mistake. So yeah, do not do it. Or wait until it moves to make sure like it will not move for the next somewhat seconds. All right. So yeah, remember, careful with Congoray. This line. Light, sure, why not? Just use whatever on this set. Whatever you pick up, use it. Even if you get alterations. Like, alterations, they may spawn mimics, but we are Machinist. We are not scared. We don't care about mimics. We can just interrupt them. Unless it's amnesia. If it's amnesia, it's pretty bad. But for now, let's just get out. We could go there and check if there's a chest. But we have pretty much everything. Well, we're missing side, but we don't need it right now. We are missing purity, but we will pick it up at some point. Even if we want, we do not really need it. So Tessa still hurts. Let's go. Also, I want to mention that Machinist has a really good ability. Just a moment. Leg grace, which slows the enemy's movement. But here it's not really useful because of how fast enemies die. Yeah, it's just not really helpful. We will cover it on 61 plus when it's gonna be really good. So here we want to wait this guy to come here. This is a patrol. I will cover it shortly. But we want to open chest, so if it explodes, it doesn't. But if it would explode, it would also hit this guy. It would save us some time. So this patrol sight, let's pull it. It hits you a little bit. It does conal. Small conal just run out. Immediately after that, without moving pretty much, it casts Wrecking Ball. If you get hit by it, you're dead. Do not get hit by it. I'm not sure if you can survive it with steel or not, but I don't want to check it, and I do not suggest you either. Alright, Tesso again. If you get witching, just use witching. On this set, it's not that necessary. If you move with a mob, like right now, we can just move over there. Make sure you hug the wall. Staying on a trap is really bad. I wouldn't recommend that. Okay. So the majority of rooms on this set do not have any wall traps, except for that one that I covered before with the bridge. There are a couple more. If I see them, I will show. Another new enemy, Karakuri. I believe it spawns, yes, starting this set. So what it does, it's side aggro. It attacks you. That's it. So what you can actually do, you can just sprint. You can leg graze, heavy. Or you can just first sprint. When sprint drops, use leg graze. And it will not hit you. And we got a steal, which is awesome. There is one more enemy that spawns starting this floor, but I unfortunately do not see it. It's Shapti. Probably using flight was not the greatest idea. Also, there's a silver. One reason to check silvers for magicites is to find Odin. Odin is a special magicite that one-shots the boss. It may become really handy on 90 boss, because it would allow you to save a lot of time, though Machinist does not really need it. It's a DPS job, it kills it quite fast. Alright, big room. Thankfully, we got a big room. So, using side here is not really necessary right now. The only reason why you would use side is to check landmines if you need them, but we are Machinists, we do not need them. So you usually use safety. You can do this set without safety if you have raising on. Oh, also nice, we got fortune. Why not? Always use fortune when you pick it up. On later floors, if you need something, you can use it preemptively, keep it at 2, because why not? But right now, we don't really need anything. So, strength, really nice. So, while you can do it without using safety, for example, you get no item, right? You get no item, big floor, you can step on any trap here, even though, since there's like the area is larger, there's less chance of stepping on a trap, but if you step on it, it's not going to be great, especially if you fight an enemy. I would recommend using safety. Yeah, we're using stuff, unfortunately, but game kind of forces us. I generally would not recommend doing it without safety, unless, like I said, you have raising. With raising, yeah, whatever. Worst case scenario, you just die, revive, and use safety then, you know. Also, without safety, you may need to guess the exit, and worst case scenario, you get luring, but then you can utilize witching. Hello, friend. Do you want to fight? I was talking here, actually. All right, let's cover new enemies. So there are 2 more enemies spawning on this floor, particularly starting spawning. But let's cover Shapti. Shapti is the enemy that started to spawn on previous floor. We didn't see it though. So what it does, this. There's going to be another Shapti on 91+, and it's going to be our favorite mob ever. And it will do different things from this one. But that's pretty much it. It doesn't hurt much. It does short cornel. That's about it. Now, another enemy, though everyone's not favorite, Rachimonai. What it does, it shoots you out of combat. Moreover, if it spotted you, like if you're in certain range, and it doesn't matter if you're behind the wall or anything, it doesn't matter. If it knows about your existence, at some point, it will start moving toward you. Like, it will start going through the rooms. I don't know how it works actually in big room, whether it will try to find us or not. But yeah, it will start haunting us. And while damage doesn't look that bad that we're receiving, is because we have steel. If there's gloom, HP down, no steel, these enemies are actually quite scary. One thing that may be really problematic with those guys is treasure rooms. Be careful with those. It is very, like, rare occurrence, but it can kill you. Unfortunately, there's not much to be done about it except for concealment. But yeah, if you get treasure room and there's multiple Rachimonais and they shoot at you, you just got unlucky. Boom, thank you. So, let me check chest. Oh, petrification. Okay. So what it actually does. So let's pull it. Boom, laser. Boom. So it basically double auto. It just shoots at you with 2 different abilities. And I strongly recommend to use potion if you do not have steel. If you have steel, everything is completely fine. Oh, raising. Really nice. So yeah, this is the scariest enemy, not only because it shoots you outside of combat, but because incoming damage is quite high. Be careful, really. If you have Petri, just use it. Use this too. Especially when you have Fortune. Try to kill as much as possible, as many mobs as possible. Although, it's not critical. Oh, there's another new mob. I will leave it alive just to show you. Alright, awesome. So, Gowan. Gowan is annoying. Gowan is annoying when you pull it with any other mob. What it does, it attacks you a little bit. And after some time, come on, it starts casting electromagnetism. It can be interrupted. It can be mitigated with arm's length. Be mindful of that. It's a draw-in effect, after all. And after sucking you in, it hits you for some damage. It's not lethal damage, but if you don't have steel, be careful with that. And that, I think, all the enemies of this set covered. We checked mimics. We checked all the enemies. Oh, what's this? Ooh, HP penalty, auto heal penalty. Not great. We didn't get no item here. But if you do get no item, I strongly recommend to use Serenity. Sometimes game like to bombard you with like 4 no items this set. And in that case, it's like really bad, but you just may want to check more chests than usual to get them back. Plus 61 plus is not that bad. Oh, hello, Mimic. Ow. So that's how it hurts. Ow. Okay, so that's how it hurts without steel and with auto heal penalty and HP penalty. So yeah, be careful with those. Oh, sharp take. Make sure you pop potion. Also, look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's coming for us. Be careful when you're fighting another enemy. Like, do not be... First of all, do not be near the exit, because you will pull Rachimonai by accident. But also, yeah, it does significant amount of damage. Always be mindful of those guys. And they're coming back. Oh, didn't explode. So, generally, I like to get rid of them as soon as possible. As you can see, they melt. While fighting them, especially when you don't have steel, when you have HP penalty like Gloom or something, you can use Tactician, 10% damage taken reduction. Oh, Frailty is nice. Yeah, check chests also. Always check chests, especially on this set. You need to check chests and use what you get. This is quite decent, I would say, set of pickups. What do we have here? Concealment. Well, it's a bit too early, but... So we don't need to use it right away, but it's an option. For example, like, if he has opened, you can just go and leave it. Rachimonai will not see you in concealment, like, like here. However... If they start walking towards you and you're in concealment, they will hit you. And, well, you will lose concealment. Which is not great. And yeah, if you get those debuffs as well as no items, you can fight those. But it's really not great. Like, make sure to use Dismantle, Tactician, and Second Wind, and only fight them if you have Raising, because you do not want to risk your whole run. Like, on these floors with Rachimonai, I would really recommend to use Serenity to get rid of no items. Highly recommend. All right, now let's finish Shabtay. Okay, game open. Reassemble and drill, really nice. Especially when you have strength and frailty, just melts enemies. Oh yeah, wait. So in this room, in particular, it's similar to the one with the bridge. However, I do not think there's traps over there. At least I had never encountered them. There are, however, trap over here. So, yeah. Do not go like this. Go all the way like here. If you want to check a chest. There is a chest spawn right here. Quite common one. Alright. And let's go. And no abilities again. Thankfully we got steel. So no abilities mean that we cannot use arm's length or interrupt against Gawain, so it will pull us if we fight it, unless we run away. You can just run away and it will not pull you. Or LOS. I don't remember exactly how LOS works with it. We can actually check it, right? Why not? First, I want to get rid of Rachimonai, though. So also, if by mistake you step on the luring, or if by mistake you pull Gowan and suddenly patrol appears, I really recommend you use witching. Because there may be a situation when it casts electromagnetism, pulls you in, and pulls you in exactly into AoE, and you're dead. Or it can also pull you into a trap. Certainly did not happen to me ever. So yeah, let's see how it works. So I'm here. Okay, let's see. So LOS? Yep. So LOS works as well. Really, really good. And all that's left on this set is just to leave. Let's get the strength. Thankfully, we can get it quite carefully. Let's see. All bombs intact except for safety, so it is worth checking every chest, especially since we have 20 minutes remaining. So let's go and check. Let's get rid of patrol. We can fight here, hugging the wall, moving like this. And move out of this. So let's check chest. Hey, we got purity back. So we pretty much completed our goal of getting to the next set without using bombs, with all bombs intact. Unfortunately, we had to use safety on a big room, and that's kinda, well, it was a necessity, really. Why you can save it, it's not worth it. Just use it. And as before, silver chest, if it's a mimic, it's really bad. Do not check it. It's gonna just prolong the set, not necessary. Chance of... Oh, interesting. Chance of getting Odin is quite low. Let's check final room, final chest. Hey, we got sight. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not touching that. Right, let's leave this floor and get to the boss. You do not need to use anything on the boss. No steel, no strength, nothing. But obviously, if you pick up something on 59, it's really, really great. If you are running out of time, which should not really happen on Machinist. Machinist can do this set in 40 minutes easily. It took me a while longer because I was talking. But there are couple strategies. The one I would recommend is just running in circles like this. These things. Just run in circles. So boss does several attacks. Oh yeah, first of all, if you don't have steel, make sure to pop Imperium Potion. This Kono. Avoid it. Easy. Next. It spawns spires or staves. Oh, it's canes actually, yeah. So canes spawn in two parts, and after that they do donuts. Just avoid them. With steel, I don't believe you will die, but not necessary to get hit. So first line AoE is from first set of canes, then from second canes. You also see an AoE which pulls you in, I believe. And this is the final part of the rotation. 8 canes everywhere. Donut, just stand near them, but be mindful that boss casts ground AoE. And after that, line AoE is just run out. And we repeat again. Also, make sure to do your rotation properly. As you can see, I'm not doing it properly. There is another strategy that you may use. I just prefer this one. Just run away like this. Nothing ever happens. Okay, second strategy is wait until AoE, move to the middle, another safe spot. Wait until Ancient Flare. And run out. That's the second way. It's more classic way to deal with it. But frankly, I don't like it. So you don't actually need to run around, especially when you have steel. You can stand like this and just move around. Like, move out, dodge this. Really boring boss, honestly. Run out of this. Second one incoming here. You will die, by the way, if you get hit by it. Yep. And that's it. Now, you want to stand in the middle of those. And then just move here. Safe spot. Nice. Now, you stand here behind the boss. Wait for Ancient Flare. And once it's cast, you're out and you can continue. So you don't even need to move. Obviously, running around saves you more potions. However, I do not really recommend thinking about it too much while going for Lone Hero. If you need to farm potions, farm potsherds, really like find a group and farm it. Because if you will be thinking about about conserving potions as well, it's just additional thing that will be on your mind. It will not help. And if on this set it doesn't like matter much, on next set you certainly do not want to think about it. There's much more things to think about. All right. As you can see, without steel, it hurts a bit more. So from time to time, use Second Wind. You can also use Hyper Potion. You don't really need to use Tincture here, but if you do, it's Tincture of Dexterity, obviously. Although when you have steel, when you don't have steel and you have enough time, I would recommend holding up for Hyper Potion. Simply because of safety. You don't want to throw your own to random stuff. Moving to the safe zone. Waiting for Ancient Flare. It hits quite a bit, about a third of your HP. So make sure to heal. You can also use Sprint. You can also use Dismantle, this, everything. But it's not really necessary here. So, easy boss. It has a lot of HP, so it's quite tedious fight. But that's about it. 51 plus done. All bombs intact, except for safety, which we have to use. Usually you will be down a Serenity, maybe down a Witching if something happens. But you do not really need to use Petries or Magicites on this set, unless you pick them up. You can also conserve flights. No reason to use Affluence because you have everything. And in general, this set is like a welcome to the harder part of Heaven on High. Although we're missing safety, surely we will pick it up. It's not the most important pom now. It will be important on 91 plus because 91 plus has a higher chance of big rooms, but we will get there. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all for 51 plus.